afternoon. This is Jazz. This video is for healers, for teachers, for spiritual seekers, especially those of you who have a business. The next 15 minutes, I'm going to overview about 5 ways that your ego voice resists that new level of business, resists your success. And so those are 5 ways in which you sabotage yourself consciously or subconsciously. Are you ready? Let's dig in. So as I mentioned earlier this week, so in the previous video, the sacral chakra is about creativity. It's that nerve plexus within you that makes you want to create, that makes you want to offer who you are to the world so that you can build a legacy. So if you are imbalanced in your sacral chakra, can you imagine that legacy building? If it's not there, your business is going to suffer, right? So you remember that with each chakra, there is also, you can be over reactive, over creative, or under creative, right? So it's that whole gamut of emotions, and it is emotions of the sacral chakra. It's all about the emotions, how you value your emotions, how you value how you belong. So can you imagine if you don't value who you are, if you don't have self-respect for who you are, for your values, for your emotions, how are you going to market yourself in the world? How are you going to present yourself in the world? How is your messaging going to come through in a way that is clear and that is understood and that says, this is me, this is what I offer, this is what I'm creating, right? If there's an imbalance here, you're probably going to be all over the place. So with too much energy in the sacral chakra, it might be like, I'm just offering everything, and every month you might have another offer, and then you might not know what to do. So you're going to have like 5 different funnels, or you might have so many freebies and be 10 different freebies, and you're just going to go after that creation after creation after creation and get exhausted. You'll go into burnout, and then at the end of the day, when you look back into all of your creations, you'll notice that yes, you've created a whole lot, but you're nowhere closer to your goals, whatever that goal may be. It's probably, if you're spiritual, the money goal might not be like the ultimate goal, but it's one of them. What you've created in your bank account, what you've created in your relationships, what you've created as your legacy, you won't be able to see it because you've just been giving bits and parts of yourself everywhere, and there's no clear energy like a river going towards an ocean. It's all like little rivulets everywhere, and it's really hard to get a real good solid grounding pathway to success when you're like that, right? Or if there's not enough energy in your sacral chakra, then this might look like you're never going forward with marketing issues. You might have a really great idea and say, oh yes, this is who I am, this is what I want to bring to the world, and then poof, like the energy kind of deflates, and you don't do the marketing, you don't do any funnels, you don't even ask people if they would like to invest with you. So no email, so that's like the really extreme end. So no emails will say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do. So can you see where you're at within the totally hiding, and you know you have a gift, you know there's something that you want to do in the world, but at the same time you're hiding. Your ego voice is going to say, it's not safe for me to be seen. It's not safe for me to share my gifts. It's not safe for me to share my values, to share my beliefs, to share my soul journey, to share how it is that I came to be who I am today. So that's the ego resistance right there. That's a story that it's telling you. So by not being safe, you either not do anything and you hide, or you hide behind too much energy. It's busyness, and it's not productive at all. So you can hide either through not enough action or through too much action. So If this was a line, a spectrum from 0 to 100, 0 being very underproductive and 100 being overproductive, where do you feel that you are on the spectrum? Are you more balanced, closer to the center, or do you lean closer to one end or the other? And yes, it's completely normal that you vacillate from one end to the other, that sometimes you hide, sometimes you overdo. And that is also a sign of imbalance, because you're not grounded into who you are. You're just going back and forth, back and forth. And can you feel, if that's what you do, can you feel how much energy you're losing going back and forth between hiding and then overproducting? Like, can't you feel how exhausting that is? So let's bring some more balance to your sacral chakra, shall we? And hey, Colleen, I see that you joined. Nice to see you here. So your sacral chakra is all about manifesting resources. So another thing that's going to happen if your sacral chakra is not very well balanced is that you won't be able to manifest resources, whatever that is for you. For most of us, being in the society that we live in, resources is money. Money is energy. And if we don't have that oomph, we won't be able to manifest the money that we need to bring our projects to completion. It takes money to bring projects to completion. We cannot hide in the fact that money is required, whether it's for paying the bills, paying the heat, going places, paying gas for the car, electricity for the car. Money is needed. So you cannot hide in the fact that money is not good. Even if you're a spiritual person, you can still appreciate the energy of money and what it enables you to do in the world, all the good that you can do with money in the world, whether you participate in charitable events, or that you give more of your time, or that you actually create employment for other people. It's all through that energetics of money. So sacral chakra has a lot to do with money issues. And by the way, if you suffer from a lot of back pain, lower back pain, that is about the sacral chakra. And it's about feeling that you're not well supported, that you don't have the resources that you need emotionally, physically, mentally, to really create what you want to create in the world. So if you suffer from lower back issues, take a look into your sacral chakra, see what's there, see what the ego voice is telling you there about your ability to create, your ability to have the resources that you need, your ability to receive help and support. Those are all questions to ask yourself when you look into your sacral chakra. So 5 more ways for businesses that an imbalance at the sacral chakra shows up like. It's going to be, there's a people pleaser archetype. How that shows up in business is that you're going to want to please your clients no matter what. So you're going to overgive, right? Your clients are going to say, I don't want to, the only time that I can see you is, let's say, on a Monday at 9 p.m. Let's book an appointment at 9 p.m. That is not in your schedule, but you're going to say, okay, I'll make an exception for you. I'll see you on Monday at 9 p.m. And then it becomes a habit. And that is also very draining on the energy. So you want to please, but at the same time, your boundaries are very low and you find that draining. So whether it's with your schedule, with your clients, or what I've done myself, so, I'm teaching from experience here. I've had clients who say, and I love my clients, and I want to respect where they are, but on the same token, when they come to me and they say, oh, I can't pay you right now, I'll get to you next time. Most of the time I say, okay, it's fine, get me next time. But then they don't pay the next time, and then they don't pay the time afterwards. And I know where they are and I support them and I love them, but there's like too much of that. So payments slip. And there's been in the past year quite a few times where I haven't been paid for the work that I've done for my clients. And I've done, I went over and above what I had promised to deliver, right? So does that happen to you as well? So that's totally an imbalance in the sacral chakra. So that's one of the issues that I've experienced. I know that a lot of other healers and teachers experience the same one too. So it's important to strengthen that. So now I have things in place where that does not happen anymore because it's not fun. When that happens, then it's not easy to serve your clients anymore in the same way, because there's a malaise. There's the relationship isn't equal anymore. If I promise to deliver something and you promise to pay something, it has to be reciprocal, and it has to be in the boundary, in the sacred cauldron that we've created together. So sacral chakra, those boundaries are maintained when the sacral chakra is balanced. That makes sense? So money issues, receiving and giving. Sometimes we just give too much and we forget to receive. So that's one way that the people pleaser archetype shows up in an imbalanced sacral chakra, and it totally sabotages the business, right? Because how can you pay your bills if you don't accept the payment from your clients, right? It also shows up with partners, the people pleaser archetype, so that either you partner up with some people and you say that you're going to create a workshop, or you're going to create something together as a joint venture, and you give so much into this joint partnership, and then you realize that other people are not putting as much effort. So that's, again, part of the imbalance of the sacral chakra. You just want to create too much. You take that much space because you just love creating. You love supporting other people. You love nurturing other people. But then again, it leaves you depleted because people are just taking, and you're not making space to receive. And this is not a way for you to blame other people, right? It's not a place to say, well, other people aren't giving me back what I put out there. That's not their responsibility. The responsibility is on you to create space to receive. With an imbalanced sacral chakra, it's so hard to receive because we believe, that's the ego voice, believes that it's better to give than to receive. And that is not nurturing. It is not nurturing. It is not thriving. It is not nourishing either. It's better to give and to receive. And the way that we receive is not necessarily the way of what we give out into the world, because other people are going to have their own love language. Other people are going to have their own needs as well. So it's from a place of really deep self-respect, knowing what you want to receive, and also knowing how you can receive from others. So it's a whole relationship thing. Sacral chakra is all about being in that relationship. Makes sense? So with, again, the people pleaser archetype, when that energy is really low in the sacral chakra, you're not going to have a whole lot of self-trust. You're not going to trust those gut instincts. So you won't trust your intuition. You won't trust your imagination. You won't trust yourself. You won't trust your decisions. You won't trust your choices. So imagine what that is like in business, right? If you don't trust yourself and you don't trust your decisions, how are you going to move forward? You're going to take one step forward, then 3 steps back, and go forward and backwards. And again, how exhausting is that? And your clients are going to want to see you being strong and going to one direction and knowing that they can count on you for one thing. So if you're really wobbly and you go back and forth and change and be super creative all the time, it creates confusion. And then your potential clients who are watching you, they won't know what to purchase from you because you're just all over the place, because you don't trust yourself and you probably overcreate. So that's something else that we are going to address if we work together with your sacral chakra. So the other archetype that shows up with a unbalanced sacral chakra in your business is a thrill seeker. I talked about that a little bit in the past video. And this is what it looks like in business. So a thrill seeker in business does not plan, because the thrill seeker loves just going with the flow. Oh, here's Pom Pom coming in once more for a guest appearance. So the thrill seeker in business is going to, I'm just going to put him down. Go, Pom Pom. So no planning, because you're always looking for last minute rush. You're not going to do things on time. You're not going to pre-plan any client agreements or any partnership agreement. You're not going to pre-plan your funnels, because everything is rush, last minute. The other way that I see the thrill seeker in business, and this is one that I really stand strongly against. I see all those business coaches and all those entrepreneurs and all those people with MLMs saying, oh, it's like the freedom lifestyle, and then they have blogs or vlogs or photos of them like, here is me at the beach and I'm not working and I'm so grateful for this freedom lifestyle. But my question to them is, really, like, is that really free? Because you need to know what your definition of freedom is. But to me, if you're on a beach, if you're at the New Year's Eve party, if you're at a wedding, and you're still working hard on getting sales from the other attendees, you're working. This is not a holiday. You need to be able to unplug from your work. No matter how much you love your work, you need to be able to unplug and enjoy life and enjoy the moment and enjoy the holiday, right? So there's it's like a big scam almost in the business world of what freedom really is in the business. And I think that most people don't know what freedom really is because they're always working. It's always turned on. And that's also part of that thrill seeking. It's, how can I make the sale? How can I get the next number? How can I get this? And there's like always that scheming all the time. So you won't sleep very well. And you might notice that your friends don't like you so much anymore because you're always just business oriented, always looking for the sale and not enjoying their presence, not enjoying the moment, right? If you're at a party, people might not be looking to purchase anything. They just want you to be there and have fun and be who you are, right? So that's one other way that an imbalanced sacral chakra shows up in the business, with that archetype of the thrill seeker. Then there's also, as I mentioned before, in the sacral chakra, because it's all about emotions, there's a not good enough archetype that shows up. So that's never feeling good enough, never feeling ready enough to do your mission. So you're always looking for training, always training. So, well, maybe if I get this other certification, or maybe if there's this other certification, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and maybe this coaching, that coaching, that coaching. And yes, absolutely, in business, in life, anywhere, it's good to have a whole lot of people on our team. And those people do include having a healer, having a therapist, having perhaps even a fitness coach, because those are all people on the team that help us maintain our integrity, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual integrity. So we do need to have these people on the team. And I'm a strong supporter of continued education. However, when the ego voice says you can't do your marketing because you're not good enough yet, that's the ego voice, and that is sabotage. Is it really true that you absolutely need this certification before doing any type of marketing? In some instances, it is, right? I wouldn't go to the dentist or the car mechanic if they wouldn't be certified and if they didn't have the hours of practice before working on either myself or my car, right? So if you're a healer, you do need those hours of practice. When I teach Reiki, there's a whole lot of case studies that I expect my clients to complete, because I don't believe in a half-hour Reiki training. I don't. So my training is a lot more rigorous than that. That being said, however, once you are certified, once you do have your hours of practice, then do you really need to get 15 more trainings that same year before you feel good enough that you can start offering your services? What does it really take for you to feel good enough to offer your services and start making money? Sometimes it's not the certification, but it's that rebalancing of the chakras. It's that looking into your beliefs again. It's, again, going back into your Akashic records and seeing what is that pattern of not good enoughness, so that you can take that out from the root and give you space to make more aligned decisions and choices about your life and about your business that involves you feeling strong, feeling confident, and feeling ready to offer your services to the world. So those are the main ways, and there are many other ways, that ego voices presents itself in your life, in your business, and stops you, sabotages you from creating the life and the business that you really, really want. I would love an opportunity to speak with you on that, to see where is ego voice showing up for you. So I invite you to book an ego diagnostic call. It's 30 minutes. It's free. We're going to have a discussion about what's going on with your life. I want you to tell me about that, and then I'll show you exactly how you're sabotaging yourself, and I'll teach you a few ways that you can overcome those ego voices so that you can create the beautiful, abundant, joyful life and business that you desire and that you deserve. So take me up on that. It's free, so I have 4 more spots this week, and I'll have 5 spots next week as well available to speak with you about your ego voices. Let's kick that to the curb. Let's give you more tools, more resilience, so that you can create the best year ahead. Much love, big hug from my heart to yours. Got you soon. See you Friday for some healing tips for the sacral chakra. Bye for now.